Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on music. I feel like that music isn't how it once was. I mean, the thing is, you always get where there's an artist out there that they put very very little, or either no effort at all into their music. Now I know people are gonna probably try to, and the thing is this: I'm not even really trying to judge people, but I'm just more so trying to cause there's songs out there where it's it's so annoying. And the thing is I know people gonna try to call me out cause they're all oh, you don't put no effort into your, yeah, but the thing is though, it's I feel like in my case, there's people out there they'll say that about me, and it's okay, well, you already have your assumption or your idea about me. You don't like me, that's cool, I'm 100% fine with that, but I choose not to. No, cause see, there is a wrestler that I follow on social media, and she was doing this dancing video, and I just seen where they were doing the dance, but I clicked on the video to cause I thought okay, I know what song that they most likely dancing to, cause I was thinking of the song and then matching it up with the video, and then when I played it, and it was just this girl just saying the same thing, and I'm people really go into studios and do this. Here's the thing, because I'm not no musician, I'm not a singer, rapper, or anything. I have produced beats and stuff, but overall, when it comes to lyrics, I haven't done that. I'm I tried, at times, but I'm it just don't work out in things. And so anyways, but I do feel that if somebody were to tell me it's write a song right now, write a song right now, perform it, you can either rap, I don't know how to sing, but I'm I definitely try to go to a studio and about hey yo, we need to auto-tune the crap out my voice, cause I have a hit, I feel I got a good song and things, but I'm at least going to come out with a song that's gonna be memorable. I will, if I gotta work day and night coming up with the lyrics for that song, doing everything possible. I'm not, because you look at artists like The Weeknd or Post Malone or who else, freaking Kendrick Lamar, I'm trying to think of some other people and stuff of this day and age, or even rappers from the 90s. It's you didn't really hear them doing songs where it's it's just one long hook, and they'll give maybe 2-3 lines for the verse, and then it's just another it's just a long hook, and I'm bro, a song should not be like that, and the thing is who am I to judge? I shouldn't be judged. I like how I was overall saying in the last episode that I don't judge people, but I turn back around and do this. But no, it's people know me. People know how annoyed I get with stuff like that, whether it's commercials, whether it's just random. Cause no, there's the one where it's cause the thing is, it's not even more so as that I'm not trying to judge, but I'm more so trying to bring out the best out of people. I feel we're all capable of really going above and beyond with where we are at. So when I hear an artist and you go through all that time and trouble to come out with a song, you rent out studio time, you put on your best outfit, or whatever, you overall you're going to a studio to record music, and you leave the studio recording just hooks. Nah, I'm my thing is this: if there is ever a time where I own a record label, or if I'm managing music artists or whatever, I don't know if I'll ever get into the management stuff, but I mean, I don't know, we will have to see when I cross that bridge and stuff. But if I was involved somehow with the musician, I'm and that's what I heard, they're just only recording hooks, and they're all that's a banger right there. I'm nah, you gonna have to add some verses to that. You gonna have to think of something, because I'm if you out here just singing or rapping the hooks, and then it's you ain't add nothing to it, I'm nah, bruh. My thing is this: when I look at what rap music is today, or even pop music, rock music, country music, whatever it is, the main part for me, I'm yeah, it's either gonna be the beat or the verse. Alright, yeah, at times hooks can be catchy and things, but I feel like that if it just gets overplayed, it's not even, people ain't even gonna like that song and stuff. So that's why I'm like, no, songs need to be either like beat production or verses. All right. So I don't know, me personally, if I were to do a song, I probably, because that's like the times where I try to like write music, I always will focus on the verse. I'm like, that was the main thing that stood out to me. So I'm like, that's gonna be the main thing that I work on. I'm just gonna be writing out the verse and things. And there's that, because there's been times where I've heard songs where it's just been strictly just a verse. Like they are not really coming up with no hooks. Because I think the one song that was like that, if I remember how it goes, but it was the one song that Kendrick Lamar, Big Sean, and what's that guy's name? Like J Electronica or thing? I think that's his name. J Electronica. Okay, there we go. So no, I got it right. I know the man's name and stuff, but no, they did this song some years ago called Control. And I don't think, hold on for a second, let me look up that song real quick. Control, Kendrick, big song by Big Sean. Okay, Control. It's crazy how like that song, it was like people only really be focused on Kendrick Lamar, because Kendrick Lamar, that verse was his verse was crazy, but Big Sean, Control. Okay, so intro, verse, bridge, verse. Yeah, that song ain't had like no hooks whatsoever and stuff. So dang, that song came out in 2013. That's crazy, but no, it was like, I remember when that song had came out, and it stood out so much because I was like, Kendrick Lamar's verse, like he killed it in there. That was like I had to say that was like one of the songs that definitely put Kendrick Lamar on the map, because he was like, and that's something where I'm like, I will want that type of like beef, with people where it's like, it's people that I'm friends with, and they know I don't mean no harm, but I'm still going. Because actually, I was thinking about that not too long ago, that I would like to come out with a song where I dislike all my content creator friends. But I'm like, I'm doing it like in good taste. I'm not like, saying anything like disrespectful. Like, oh, one of my content creators, even though none of my content creating friends wear wigs. But I'm like, oh, one wears a wig because they got a bald spot. I'm all like, put them on the map. I'm like, call that a pin style. I don't know, bro. I'm like, you see where I'm at with rapping. I'm like, that don't make no sense in things. But no, it's like, it's stuff like that where I'm like, no, I'm not going to call like, them. I'm like, because though the idea that I had was that I wanted to like the people that I am like cool with and stuff, that I know that they wouldn't be tripping about it. It's like, call them out, but in the video game that they play. So I'm all like, oh, like, your KD is low, that's a big blow. Like, just come up with like something, where it's like overall dissing them, but it's in good taste and things, where it's like, I'm not being like overly, like, I got like some actual legitimate beef with them and stuff, and I'm like, no, I couldn't go out like that. I couldn't do them like that and things. So yeah, I just think like, and there's that, because there was one song that I was listening to where I'm like, I feel like that's like the one of the main issues with like hip hop today, is like hip hop. Well, I ain't gonna say like all aspects of hip hop, but I feel like that there's some like aspects of hip hop where the big thing to do is to dislike rival gangs and their dead friends or family or something. Like when I hear songs that do stuff like that, because there is the one song that was blowing up last year, and it was by this rapper named Young and Ace, and he had his like friends on like with it and stuff. And there's a song called "Who I Smoke." Now, I am caught up with like the lingo and music and stuff, so that title, "Who I Smoke," for those that don't really understand like what that means, like you're all like, yeah, what was the idea of that song? What's the big, what does that mean, "Who I Smoke"? So smoke in like, well, smoking in today's like terminology of hip hop. So like if you hear a rapper saying smoking on that Kendrick Lamar pack or something, so heaven forbid if anything ever bad happens to Kendrick Lamar, but let's just say if he was no longer here with us, right? So people would say that, smoking on that Kendrick Lamar pack, and it's like, This man ain't even here to defend himself. Why are you disrespecting him? For what reason? You know, so like, yeah, it's stuff like that where it's, you know, like I was so, but getting back to that song though, Who I Smoke. So I had listened to the song, I seen the video, and I was like, this song, it's catchy, you know, it's funny and things, because they sampled the song from White Chicks, the one that Terry Crews was singing, it's like called, I think it's like 1,000 Miles or something, like, I don't know, but it was the song that Terry Crews was singing. He was shaking his head. He was like, I miss you. And then I think the other part of it is like, I love you or something. Like, I don't know how the song goes, but it's probably one of the most like favorable songs and like outside of the black community that black people like. But anyways, they sampled that song that Terry Crews was singing, turned it into a rap song, and it was catchy. But when you pay attention to the lyrics, you're like, wow, like that is messed up. Like, and so there's like a part of the song where the guy Young, I think it's Young and Ace that's singing that part, but he says these three names, and these three names that he says is like rival gang members that got killed and stuff. And I'm like, I was listening to that song, and I'm like, once I eventually did like catch on to what it was, I was like, nah, I tried listening to it, but I'm like, I just didn't feel right, you know, and it's no disrespect to Young and Ace, but my thing is this, you know, I feel like he's better than that. I feel like he could come back out with that song, he could change it up, and it ain't even like him dissing ops and things. It's like, yeah, if you want to talk about like how dangerous you are, it's all like, you know, like, oh, this 223 ain't missing. It's all like, if I catch you dissing and things, like if you say some stuff like that, then it's like, okay, you know, you ain't like dissing anybody in particular, but you just letting them know how dangerous you are. Like, you know, you just displaying your Black Air Force One activity. That's fine. That is 100% okay. But when you're saying things like, you know, like, oh, I'm trying to think of some stuff. It's like, all right, so it's like if you say some stuff, I'll like, yeah, riding in my BMW, but I ain't no Tupac. I'm all like, you come around me, you gonna mess around and be the one getting shot. Like, if you say some things like that, where it's like, why did you have to mention Tupac? For what reason? There wasn't no reason for that. It's all like, nah, it's like, what you need to do is rewrite that verse. It's all like, you know, riding my BMW. It's like, if I mess around and get shot, I guarantee you gonna miss, but I ain't gonna miss. Or it's like, you say something like that, it's like, alright, that rap don't really rhyme, but I'm like, if my thing is this, if I'm trying to display how crazy and dangerous I am, I probably would say something like that in some music. They're gonna be all like, Tyler, that don't rhyme. I'm like, it don't need to rhyme. I'm like, continue the beat, please, thank you, and then go on about my businesses. I feel like people there's gonna be like the wrong somebody's listening to this podcast episode, and they're gonna be all like, hey, Tyler, you actually a good rapper, you should, nah, man, you gotta come out with some like stuff, you gotta do some. I'm like, no. Like, based off of what I was just talking about, no. And then well, I think I could, like I said, like I could if I really wanted to, but I think for now, I'm like, nah, I think it's, you know, I definitely ain't gonna be doing those stuff where it's like I'm dissing, you know, dead ops or anything. It's like, like I said, I'd probably do the one, like, in fun and stuff, dissing my friends, but other than that, it's like, I ain't gonna do, like, no, nothing and no bad taste and things, so, yeah, it's just, it ain't needed. It's, you know, it's just, it's overall, it's stuff like that, it's not needed, so I feel like music like that, music where there's just no effort, like, in the verse or hooks and things, like, it's just a person just repeating the same thing. I'm like, bro, you make it like a TV show, like, intro or something. I'm like, it gives me, like, vibes of when, the Martin show, when the very first theme song he had for that show. I'm like, that's the vibes that I'm getting from it and things. You know, there was at one point in time when that song was annoying me, and I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, like, I could get so easily annoyed with stuff, like, it is crazy. Like, I was getting, like, no, there's, like, there's a commercial that they got with this football player, and they play it, like, time after time, and I'm like, and that's where you just hear the same thing, like, over and over and over again. They're not changing nothing ain't, you know, I'm like, yeah, it's, like, I feel like stuff like that is annoying. Look at the one girl where it's like, you know, she ain't putting no effort, she wasn't even saying words, she said one word and she made 2 sound effects, the period, and period, girl. What was that song? What are they, like, cause my thing is this, right? The big thing with music right now is one of the big things with music right now is reading the lyrics and seeing what things mean. So my thing is this: if she was to get invited in for a Genius interview and they're asking her like, can you break down your lyrics, how do you break down period and period what is there, what does that mean? Like, I honestly, that's like, I feel like that's what it would sound like if a Sims character tried to speak English. Like, they're not gonna know what they're like, period, period, like, that's what it's gonna sound like. It ain't gonna make no sense whatsoever. So I'm like, I feel like when people, and they just put no effort into their music, it's not gonna be good. You know, it's not gonna be good at all. And there's people out there that's gonna like it. That's the crazy thing about it. So to those individuals that like it, I'm like, hey, more power to you. But other than that, it's like you just won't see me supporting it and things. I'm like, nah, it's just music I'm going to overall avoid and stuff. So, but anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to all my 43 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you are purchasing any tickets from GEEK, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. Thank you guys for watching or listening, and peace.